No, Gregor, I did not. Did anyone watch the flag football pro game for
I
one
couldn't
game?
do
No,
it. I
I
couldn't do it.
didn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't
no.
either. I couldn't.
So,
Legendary threw a pick six.
yes, he did. Yes, he did. The thing that's funny, right? So over the last few years, speaking of the Pro Bowl, so in 23, they had like 6.5 million views.
Right.
24, it was 5.7. 25, it was 4.7, and then this year 1.9 because you hit it on a Tuesday. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The fact
I
that
mean,
it was
I
on a
think they're-
Tuesday is just hilarious.
I think they're finally just trying to snuff it out. They're just like, you know what, this thing is a loser. Let's just eliminate this thing.
Yep. Turn it
Yeah.
into an awards ceremony and be done with it.
Exactly.
Yep.
I would do the skills challenge, quarterback challenge from back in the day and stuff like that. But as far as the game goes, I remember being a kid and watching these guys try to take their heads off each other's heads off still. You know what I mean? So the fact that this Pro Bowl game is went down the drain like it has is absolutely embarrassing. I mean, the last few years when they were wearing helmets and pads, they weren't tackling. They weren't. There was zero effort given. I mean, we're in a soft generation. You know what I mean? Back in the early 90s, these guys were out there rocking people, rocking them. You know what I mean? And it's just a different day and age.
When you think back to that era, because I agree, that was the last time that this game was any good, and it was still played in Hawaii at that time, right? So the guys wanted to go. Plus, the way they got paid was so much less than that. The 50,000 for winning the game was significant. Like, you wanted to win that game. Now these guys are making $5 to $10 million a year, so the $100K to win isn't really that big of an incentive, especially when you're not getting that free trip to Hawaii. You went to Santa Clara. Woo! That's why so many people bailed out, which is why you're seeing guys like Shador get in, or Tyler Huntley a few years ago.
Bill Flacco.
Well, I mean, Huntley was the most ridiculous one because he played 5 games and threw for 600 yards, right? Like that negative.
2 touchdowns, the 3 picks too.
Exactly. A losing record in those games. Shador, 1,400 yards in 7 games and a negative touchdown to interception ratio. I mean, you're not seeing the best of the best anymore, because you got guys like Trevor Lawrence. They're like, yeah, no, I think I'm good. Like, so yeah.
It's just crazy. I don't know. You guys know that the YouTubers do like a big flag football game there. It's like for all so, and it's just like that gets more viewers on YouTube than the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, because people want to.
Like, that is just crazy what the numbers they pull there. So I don't think I'm ever gonna watch the Pro Bowl again. I don't think so. I don't know. I remember it used to be the Grammys or the Pro Bowl on the same night. And then it was just like, I would go to Pro Bowl, but now I'm going to Grammys. Bring back the old, yes, Vic. Bring back the old ones. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sadly, that's never going to happen, because for them to be incentivized the same way they used to be, the winner would have to be making like $5 million.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that you need to up the ante. It needs to be at least like $500,000 for the losers, $1 million per player for the winners, for it to be enough for them to even consider it. It needs to be equal to like a 1-game paycheck for these guys. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. And with guys making $40 million a year, good luck trying to do that on a Pro Bowl.
Yeah. It's kind of like what the NBA is doing. The NBA is trying to change it up with like a target score, and they're trying to make it more competitive, because I forget what Nikki, do you remember what the winner team gets for that? Don't they get paid, like, extra money for that?
Something, but I don't know the exact numbers.
Yeah, but my point is they're changing it to try to make it better. The NFL is not doing anything with the Pro Bowl. They're making it worse. So I'm just like, Pro Bowl used to be my favorite thing. It was that NBA All-Star Game. Now, duck, dive, deep dive, and dodge. It's
First off, the Pro Bowl shouldn't be optional, in my opinion. I think if you're voted into the Pro Bowl, you owe it to the fans to show up and perform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It could make it a lot more fun. Obviously, the game itself is a complete waste at this point. Some of the skill stuff they used to do, they could bring back, like a competition of who can bench press 225 the most times. Get your biggest defensive and offensive lineman out there on the bar and let's see what they can do. The NFL's fastest man, they used to do a relay race. Well, not even a relay race. It was 4 guys in a track competition running at the same time, different events in like your fastest wide receivers, DBs, running backs, whoever wants to participate in it. And you get down to the final guy, and then you had your fastest sprinter in it.
But you still got to force them though, because the top ones are so worried about their image and being embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I truly believe some of the fastest players wouldn't participate because I don't want people to think I'm not the fastest. I can continue to say I'm the fastest if I don't race. You know what I mean? So I think if you're voted in, you need to. But I agree. The skills challenges, the bench press, I would watch that.
Yeah.
The quarterback challenge from the early 90s. I used to have a Super Nintendo game, the quarterback challenge.
Yeah.
Like that was fantastic. You know what I mean? I remember Marino hitting the farthest target bullseye to win it against Craig DeBergen. He didn't make the money Marino was making, so he was counting on that bread, and Marino took it from him. Marino ended up cutting him a check for $17,000 because Marino's a good guy, you know what I mean? But yeah, bring that stuff back. Who can throw it the farthest? You know, you get Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes out there, and you know what I mean?
I mean, probably one of the biggest things was as soon as they moved it before the Super Bowl, you eliminated half of the guys that would have been in the Pro Bowl because your Super Bowl teams are generally littered with Pro Bowl talent.
Exactly.
So you're already watering the product down by eliminating every, Super Bowl team. And then it's optional. And I mean, it's just become an unwatchable product. And then they make it flag football and you're just like, yeah, who cares?
And it's disrespectful to all these teams. You know, you look back and Marino made 13 to 15 Pro Bowls in his career, but now Shador's, got one. You know what I mean? Like it's not that prestigious, thing anymore. And they're taking it to the contract table like, hey, I'm a Pro Bowler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's right. You got to respect the Tyler Huntley Pro Bowl.
And then that gets factored into these guys' post-career accolades too. When we start talking about Hall of Fame voting, you look at how many Pro Bowl selections, how many All-Pro selections, those things are factored into it. So you're really skewing how talented some of these guys are by, 7th, 8th, 9th alternate guys getting in the Pro Bowl.
It is just ridiculous what it come to, because it was just like it was one of my favorite things growing up. Now it's just like, why even bother? I'd rather watch like hockey or something, and I can't. And I'm trying to get back into hockey, and it's tough. So it's just like I'd rather watch soccer, and I can't stand soccer. It's getting down that bad, but it's just like. And now, wasn't the Pro Bowl like it was after the Super Bowl, right? It was like a week or two after. Yeah.
It used to be, yeah. It was in Hawaii and it was a week after. So Super Bowl players could be in it.
Then why do they make it before the Super Bowl then? And why do they do that? To me, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, they've just slowly been killing the product.
Because the front office are a bunch of morons and they thought it'd be a good idea. And they got to realize they made a mistake.
And people can be done for the year earlier too. You know what I mean? They can, all those players can be done 2 weeks earlier instead of waiting a week after the Super Bowl to go on their vacations and start their off season plans. You know what I mean? So it definitely gives them an extra 2 weeks of off time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually gonna watch college basketball today. My Michigan's playing in it, so I'd rather watch that than the Pro Bowl. That's like, God, I hate it. I just freaking hate it. My buddies loved it, so it is what it is.